Today we're going to talk about ethical decluttering, how to dispose of your items once you've decluttered in an ethical way. Hi, my name's Rachel. I do videos about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year, and I do a lot of videos about decluttering, so if that's something that interests you then don't forget to hit subscribe and press the bell for notifications so that you know when I upload my next videos. But in particular I want to discuss how we dispose of our items. I get a lot of questions about how to dispose safely or ethically different items within our homes when we're decluttering, because that can be another job that's quite overwhelming, and I want to break it down to give you all the different options that you can do to help dispose of your items as you are decluttering. Remember, little acts of decluttering on a regular basis is a really great way of keeping that decluttering mindset and helping you to slowly work through your home. And if that's something that interests you, then I do share little acts of decluttering every day on my social media channels, and I also share a monthly video where I give a suggestion with a calendar that you can download from my website that tells you different areas to declutter from your home. So now let's talk about how we can dispose of our items. So you've decided to let go of these items, and there's a really good reason why you should think ethically about your decluttering process. Decluttering in itself is a process which is quite mindful. It helps you become more aware of your connection to physical items, how you use items and the effect that it has on the environment. Realising that you have multiple unnecessarily can help you realise that as a consumer you are over consuming, and it helps you rethink and restructure your attachment to things. So thinking about how we can save the environment and dispose of them in the best possible way so that we're having a small impact on the environment, because I know decluttering is going to have an impact on the environment, and we want to make that impact as small as possible so that it's not creating a situation that we can't control. And it already is a big situation that we overconsume, we have too many things and we don't know how to dispose of them. And I appreciate there are some frustrations with recycling in different areas and different places around the world, but what we can do is do the best that we can with the situation that we've got. So don't feel guilty if you can't do all of these options. Just do what you can to see if you can minimise the impact as you declutter. And moving forward, you might want to think about how you can repurpose items either yourself or for others, and also about how you can shop secondhand so that you're minimising your impact on the environment moving forward. And I highly recommend it. There are some real gems out there that you can find if you shop secondhand. And the only way you can find these gems is if you donate. So my first suggestion for ethical decluttering is to donate to charity shops. This is a really great way of clearing your items quickly if you're willing to donate rather than sell, and it gives you an opportunity to give something back when you often don't feel like you can sometimes. And that's a really easy way of giving back, is by donating good quality items to charity shops. And if getting to a charity shop is not easy for you, there are some organisations that will collect items or send you a postal bag or box that you can then post to, or pay for the postage label. You can order these online. I know Oxfam do it in the UK. You can get your donation box paid for by Oxfam. They will arrange a postage delivery label to the right size of your box or package, and then they will organise it for you within their system. Might be a good way if you're quite isolated and can't really access getting into town often and don't want to carry big bags. Donating by post is a really great way. If you can donate in person, then obviously do that as well. But various different charity shops will offer this service. I know that the British Heart Foundation will collect furniture if you're having a bit more of a house clearance situation. They will come and collect and arrange a time with you. So there are options if you're unable to get to donate to yourself, but they will absolutely love donations of furniture and clothing and books and knickknacks. Your next option for ethical decluttering is to use the recycle centre, or the tip as I call it. There are a few key items that are good for donating here. So if you've got small electrical items, this is a good one to put there. If they're completely broken and unusable, then if you can sort out your items before you go to the recycle centre, it does make it quicker and easier. So as you're decluttering, it's always good to put like items together, and then that makes it easier. Sometimes they do have a recycle centre shop attached to them, so if there's something that you don't have time to get to the charity shop for, you could donate it to the recycle centre shop as well. They will take books and various different furniture items and knickknacks and items from around the home. So that's a really great option if you cannot get to a charity shop. If you're needing to dispose of some hazardous items, they can also go there. Nail polish is a good one that will need to go in the hazardous waste because it is a highly flammable item, same as paint. They do need to be disposed of safely, so that is your best option for doing that. If you've enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and press subscribe and the bell for notifications so that you know when my next video is uploaded. Another option if you're looking to sell and make a little bit of money is a local marketplace. There are online marketplaces that you can sell on or donate if you want to do them for free, but at least local people will be able to access those online sites and be able to arrange collection with you. So that's a really great way of getting items back into other people's homes from your home. Free cycle is also a really great way of getting rid of items. If you want to just donate them for free to somebody, they will just arrange collection with you and no money is exchanged. It's a really good way of making sure that item is being reused within another home. For clothing, I highly recommend online sites such as Vinted or eBay, depending on the type of item, whether it's a bag or dress, etc. Those are really great ways of reselling items. If you're looking at selling bundles, you can also do that, which is great for children's clothes. You can size them up and then sell them as a size bundle. So that's a really good way of selling clothing. Just make sure that you take really good pictures in your best lighting that you can, and that will maximise your opportunity for selling. With selling clothing, unless they are items that you know are worth money, I would price them to sell. So what is the minimum you will take for it? Lots of people sell items for just £1 or bundles for maybe £5 or £10. Be realistic. The idea is that you're trying to get the items out of your home. So price them reasonably so that they are cycling through and you are selling them quickly. This is a really great way of avoiding clothing going into landfill and it finding a second lease of life. If the clothing is still really usable and really suitable, then actually it's going to have a whole new lease of life in somebody else's wardrobe. So don't be afraid of selling them to clear out your wardrobe. Another great way of ethically decluttering is offering items to friends and family. You'll be surprised at how many things somebody that you know might actually be looking for or might be able to utilise. If you've got a couple of different baby friends, then actually have they got a child that is a size behind yours that you could donate things on so that they get use out of them as well, because you cycle through these clothing so quickly and through so many items so quickly that actually it's really helpful for friends and family if you can offer them first. Another great option for ethical recycling is tech recycling services. So if you've got particular tech items like laptops, computers or mobile devices or tablets, these items, if they're no longer usable and they're no longer able to be sold, you could actually recycle them to a tech company that can actually use them for spares and repairs and parts. Because they know how to use the items and they know how to dispose of things that they don't need. So there are some services in the US and in the UK. There's Staples that do a US service where you can send a box to them. I think they charge a little bit, but actually it's a really good way of it being passed on and used correctly. In the UK there is tech recycling companies as well that will collect your items either for free or for a small fee, but it does help them be used in another way. For book reselling, there are a couple of options. If you know the book is worth a little bit of money and not one of those generic largely sold items, then actually you could resell on Amazon, especially if it's like a study guide or study book or reference book. They do resell quite well. And also there are other companies that sell second-hand books like World Books and Abe Books, which will sell the items for you. So have a look into that. You might not get lots, but it's just a way of it going into somebody else's home. These are also good items to donate to charity shops as well, so don't feel like you have to try and sell them. They are good items to donate. And for some of those popular ones, reselling on your local marketplace is also a great idea if you want to earn a couple of pence. Books are generally really hard to resell, so finding a way of doing it within your community might allow you more of an opportunity to make a few pence. So there are some options for ethical decluttering that you can do as you're decluttering your home, and hopefully that will help inspire you to think a bit more tactfully about how you dispose of items. And obviously the more you give and donate to others, the more likely that they are going to be able to use the item and get that worth from it that you feel like you're not getting by giving it away. So ethical decluttering is a great way of helping the environment and helping that cycle through of reduce, reuse, recycle. I shall be back for more videos soon. Take care, bye.